Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Please hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. Pandemic induced hiatus love and returned in with cast of diverse and dynamic individuals. The stakes were higher, the personalities bigger, and the public's appetite for reality was at an all-time high. But this season was more than just about finding love, was about navigating the complex, ever-evolving relationships while keeping up with the relentless scrutiny from the audience. Personalities, all with different backgrounds and unique approaches to love and drama. From the charming and reserved Liam to the outspoken Faye, and the unpredictable each islander brought something different to the table. Liam was the quiet, more reserved guy in the villa, but his relationship with Millie quickly became one of the most talked about stories of the season. His chemistry with Millie was undeniable, and they remained a fan favorite couple throughout the season. Though Liam didn't initially stand out as the most dramatic islander, his genuine and relatable personality won over viewers the most memorable collaborations of the season. Love and teamed up with Teen Vogue for the Play Dare You Challenges segment was unlike anything fans had seen on Bazan before. Instead of the typical challenges or couplings, the islanders were asked to take on some wild dares and answer personal questions, revealing sides of their personalities that had been hidden during the main episode. Rules were simply each islander had to answer series of cheeky, revealing questions or complete dares designed to push them outside of their comfort zone. The stakes were low eliminations, but the entertainment value was through the roof. For her fiery personality, Faye didn't hold back. During the game, she was asked to share her most embarrassing date story, and her unapologetically turned what could have been a cringy moment into one of the most memorable moments of the challenge. Faye's storytelling abilities, indie boldness kept fans on their toe. Typically kept to himself and was forced to answer question about his worst date. While many fans might have expected typical charming response from him, Liam shared embarrassing story about a date gone wrong, proving that even the quiet ones have funnier enact ridiculous situation from his past, and his over-the-top performance had viewers in stitch. Tobis' natural charm and sense of humor made him the star of the segment, and it was clear why fans loved him. Serenade one of the islanders. It quickly became clear that her dramatic flair knew no bounds. Although it was awkward and hilarious, her performance was endearing, and her ability to embrace the absurdity of the situation won fans over even more. Introduce the main cast of the current Love and season. Focus on key personality. Who are they? What makes them stand out? What are their roles within the nailize the dynamics and chemistry between the islander? How do their personalities translate into their gameplay, both in relationships and challenges? Down the concept of the game. What kind of dares are the islanders being challenged to? What are the rules, and how is it different from the usual Love Island challenges? Detail some of the most unforgettable dares that have shocked view. These could be physical challenges, truth or dare style revelations, or moments that push the islanders to their limits. About how certain dares might have sparked drama or deepened friendships. Did some challenges bring certain islanders closer together? Did others oppose tensions? Appearing in Veer YouTube content might shape their future career opportunities, especially in the influencer space. How does this compare to past Love Island contestants who've gone on to become stars in their own right? Love Island is a reality dating show that places a group of singles in a luxurious villa, where they couple up, face challenges, and try to find true love, or at least make it to the finale with the most drama-filled, social media-oriented relationship. Throughout the season, contestants are eliminated based on public vote recouplings and their ability to stay in the spotlight. The ultimate goal is to win the prize, but for most contestants, the fame and relationships they build during the season can be even more valuable. Season Love Island was one of the most thrilling yet, with new faces, chemistry, and plenty jaw-dropping moments that kept viewers glued to their screens. But beyond the coupling and drama, this season was marked by the Teen Oak special, where contestants got to play cheeky, an intense game called Play Dare You. Claire from Wales entered the villa with charming demeanor that quickly won the hearts of fans. Though initially coupled up with Kaz, his true romance blossomed with Millie. Liam and Millie's post-villa relationship remains one of the more successful outcomes from the show. They used their platform to promote brands and attend events together, but there were rumors about their relationship status after the show ended. Old-fashioned buyer from Essie became one of the season's fan favorites thanks to her bubbly personality and relatable charm. Initially had a rocky start with brief fling with other islanders, but her connection with Liam was undeniably. Ojethi emerged as one of the most beloved coup. Jeremiah Brown, known for his appearance on Love Island season, says he has no interest in reigniting past flames or welcoming new romantic prospects, at least. For now, the reality star recently spoke with Outside the Peacock Theater in downtown Angeles, sharing updates on his relationship status and post-show priorities. Addressing his much-discussed romance with fellow cast member Huda Mustafa, Brown said that while their time together on the show was intense, there's no lingering tension between them. According to him, both have moved on from the ups and downs of their villa relationship and things are currently amicable, very good, Brown stated, referencing their reunion discussion that brought closure to their emotionally charged hour-nay on the series. He also shared that the wider season cast has maintained a positive dynamic since the show wrapped with no major drama unfolding off-screen. Despite being a fan favorite, Brown isn't actively pursuing new romantic connections at the moment. Instead, prioritizing professional opportunity, including an upcoming appearance at a book club event in New York. He emphasized that his current focus is on career growth rather than dating. Though he admitted to checking all of his direct messages, Brown made it clear he has no plans to entertain flirtatious advance. "I'm busy, you know I'm grinding," he said, suggesting his attention is firmly on his goals. Fans of the show might hold out hope, as Brown left the door slightly open by saying that anything can happen in the future. Kendall added that she had more details to tell Palma at the time. "Think that most of our conversation was just me getting that off my chest and explaining that to him and having that closure with him because he's someone who I really did care about," she said. Love Island season coup. Why did Iris and Pepe break up? The stars have been vague about why they split. Pepe was the first to confirm that he parted ways with Iris via Papari interview. He also said that the rumors that he cheated on Iris were untrue. Later that day, Iris gave statement of her own to E! News had hoped to keep this priva. Iris began the connection the formed has ended. And while it isn't how I would have imagined, we'll always value the unique experience that we share has been difficult transitio, but in moving forward with hope, gratitude, and positivity for the future. After a month-long respite from Love Island season, viewers were pulled in with 2-hour reunion. During the August airing, hosts Ariana Madix and Andy Cohen were joined by returning castmates, including the final 4 pairs, the winning couple, Maya Espinal and Brian Arenal, Alandria Carthan, and Nicholas and Steenberg, second Piel Huda Mustafa, and Chris Seeled Plack, and Iris Kendall, and Jose P. Gacia Howarth Place. The lengthy episode capped off a markedly messy summer for the 30 Islanders who navigated an abundance of drama, including unexpected recouplings, Casa Amor Falu, and online controversies, to help make sense of where things stand after the reunion compiled a status report on everyone who canoodled in Fidge. Espinal had a rough start when she arrived as a bombshell in episode, as none of her connections with Ace Green, Austin Shepard, and Zach Srakaw worked the cardiac nurse from New York City, known affectionately as Amaya Papaya, then recoupled with Brian Arenal, and they were crowned season 1ers. The two continued their relationship outside of the villa, visiting each other often in New York and Boston. The reunion, they appeared to be in good spirits, and Espinal even described their dynamic as healthy and great after Arenala's cleared up accusation fidelity. However, after the episode aired, fans noticed that the two weren't following each other on Instagram anymore. Espinal confirmed that they broke up in an Instagram stories post on Agu, writing Brian, and are no longer together after leaving the villa. Became very clear that we were on 2 different journeys. Our visions didn't align, and relationships are supposed to be a team sport. You don't have to drink the whole sea to know it's salt love here. And truly wish him the before the prize money. Espinal wants to use it to organize a Thanksgiving charity drive for the show club spark cheating allegations online. Arenal, the first Casa Amor Bodo Y Love Island, addressed the criticism at the reunion, saying he was unfaithful. He admitted to having apps of judgment be giving club goers shots, but maintained that he didn't heat. Still, the couple announced their split 2 days after the reunion aired. Amaya and I have decided to go our separate ways, Renal shared on Instagram stories. Unfortunately, we were not on the same page, and that okay. We have both gained clarity that we are on different paths, right, and am thankful for the time we have spent together. Andy assure nothing but the best moving for War Southern bombshell Jaylen Brown. But things ended when Williams chose to only pursue Clark Carraway Casa Amor edition. Carthan then coupled up with Nicholas Van Steenberg of the original Islanders, with whom she shared a friendship that slowly turned into romance. They made it to the finale, coming in second place, and are still dating. They've even starred in commercial and an ad campaign together. At the time of filming the reunion, they hadn't made things official, saying they didn't want to put a label on their relationship yet, but they plan to continue traveling and adventuring together at the reunion. Carthan also tearfully questioned why one of her closest friends in the Villa Huda, Mustafa, publicly denounced her fan base racism toward Carthan. The two ended the conversation cordially. Whether their friendship will bounce back remains to see. Romantic interest in different Islander, including Carthabel Walk and Sierra Ortega. He decided to focus more on Ortega, and eventually they became exclusive. When Ortega was removed from the villa after her past social media posts with an ancient slur resurfaced, Van Steenberg was left single. But that did last long, as he and Carthan rekindled their courtship. He and Carthan are still going strong and have taken trips to Disneyland and Greece together. Van Steenberg said he hasn't spoken to Tiga since leaving the villa and planned to after feeling shaded her on social media as a bombshell at the beginning of the season, and weeks-long romance with producers sent the Arizona native home over her past social media posts. She addressed the controversy in video. Was in the villa. There were some posts that resurfaced from my past where was very naively using an incredibly offensive and derogatory term. One of her started addressing not just anyone T have hurt or deeply offended, but most the entire Asian community. Honestly, so sorry, had no idea that the word held as much pain, as much harm, and came with the history that did or ever would have used romance with Ace Green, whom she actually met before coming on the show throughout the season. The Saint got to know other men in the Ville, including Austin Shepard and the Casa Amor bombshell Chris Seeley. Ultimately, she chose to focus on growing her connection with Green, and they became an inclusive couple during their hideaway date in episode 33. However, they were dumped from the island in the following episode after receiving the fewest votes for a Miriavarite couple at the reunion. The Saint said they exclusive and are waiting for the perfect moment to make things offic. The Saint also aired out her grievances with Mustafa, whom she felt perpetuated narratives that characterized her Maya by the end of the episode. Things between the two seemed relatively amicable, though it clear they T as close. They once WER star from Los Angeles was open to different connections on Love Island, but prioritized his relationship with Besainth. They continued to date outside the villa, and during the reunion, Green hinted at his plan to ask Besainth be his girlfriend. An up and down romance, riddled with claims of love bombing, heated arguments, and criticism from other Islanders who said Brown and Mustafa weren't exploring enough connections. He was voted FF by the guys in episode. He later opened up about his tumultuous relationship with Mustafa and his tense exchanges with some of the villa guy. He spoke his piece at the reunion, repudiating Mustafa's love-bombing accusations and critiquing Green for contributing to his dumping. Mustafa later coupled up with Seeley, whom she met at Casa Amor, and their romance helped send them to the finale. But their incompatibility and communication issues proved insurmountable. They ended things during an awkward final date after Mustafa said she just wanted to be friends. At the reunion, Mustafa was in the hot seat as her former castmates, namely Carthan Besainth, and Chris Seeley questioned some of her comments and insinuations about them in the press. The vibes were pretty frog, but time why tell they'll be able to fully reconcile. In terms of her current dating life, Mustafa stayed mum, claiming she couldn't legally discuss it. Per directive from word on the street, she'd been getting close with certain Handle star, explored connections with both Besainth and Mustafa. He coupled up with Mustafa, and they made the finale only to split up in the last episode. Seeley, who took issue with some of Mustafa's post-villa interviews, said he doesn't see them being friends. Rodeo competitor and vet school student coupled up with Carthan early on, but their romance turned rocky when the Oklahoma City native became less invested in making things work. During Casa Amor, he met Clark Caraway, and they remained couple but were dumped in episode. And behavioral health specialist, according to Blavity, she shared an exclusive romance with Williams in the villa, and they're still together. Caraway confirmed that she even visited Williams in Oklahoma and met Famim. The English model and actor formed a bond with Hannah Fields in the villa. After Fields was Fogan saving high and he left. The How and Isode M. During the reunion, Giorgio called his dumper Britta, and admitted having a difficult time seeing Fields move on it. He assured Fields that he doesn't feel any negativity toward her tender and medical student at the University of Arizona. She entered the Villa bombshell and formed connection with Giorgio soon after. They coupled up and seemed to have a good bond. However, public voted to put Fields in a new couple with Jep Garcia, another bombshell, causing Giorgio to be dumped from the island. Fields and Garcia developed a solid relationship that was cut short when Fields was voted off by the other women in episode decision that was heavily scrutinized by viewers. Unseen footage of the women's deliberation aired during the reunion, bringing Fields to terse hurts by understanding feels better to know now. Guess the explanation because at the Namke, that's how far as her romances with Giorgio and Garcia go. Those chapters are closed. Blackmore. But his connection with Blackmore wasn't strong, and he ended things with her shortly before she was dumped from the villa. Garcia remained single until he and Iris Kendall developed chemistry. They coupled finished their Love Island journey in fourth placard, continued to date. They said they were elusive at the reunion, but unfollowed each other on social media sometime, after which sparked breakup rumors. Spray Tan Company at one point Mutt now seems to focus on beauty and lifestyle content creation. She showed interest in Brown and Zach Woodworth, but gravitated the most toward Palma. They appeared to have good thing going. But Paul made the show after receiving too few votes to stay in the Villa. Doll later confirmed that she and Palma talked after the season ended to get closure. Kendall coupled up with Garcia, and they came in fourth at the final to rapping. They exclusively dated for Bye, but their relationship seemed to hit a rough patch, and their status is un. He was dumped in episode and later told Us Weekly that he supported Kendall's decision to stay in the villa despite her tearful reaction. His departure was originally born in Oregon, but moved to Honolulu, Hawaii. She models and were barista at her family's coffee show. She explored a connection with Ann Steenberga at the beginning of the season, but it didn't work out. Walker was dumped from the island in episode 6 when she wasn't chosen during recoupling. After filming the show, Walker and Brown sparked romance rumors when they appeared to stay in the same vacation house together. At the reunion, they confirmed that they're just friends, with Walker saying she wants to focus on herself. Walker, who is of Sion descent, also spoke out about Ortega's indiscretion per People. Walker posted statement on her Instagram story, writing, "Proud Asian American woman, deeply appreciative of the Love Island producers for taking a stand and making it clear that racism of any kind is not tolerated." She went on to denounce hat directed toward Ortega, adding, "Please think twice before leaving unkind comments to or about this person. Shepard is year-old pool cleaner. He got to know multiple women in the ill, including Besant and Espinal, but formed a deeper connection with Casa Amor castmate Jaden Duggar. He and Duggar were dumped from the island in episode, after the Islanders chose to save Williams and eliminate 5 other castmates. The two stopped seeing each other shortly after. Post-Villa, Shepard also addressed backlash from viewer for allegedly reposting several racist and other controversial videos on before his time on the show. Investigator Duggar quickly clicked with Shepard. They coupled up and remained together until they left the island at the reunion. Duggar said they stopped pursuing a romantic relationship after Shepard started dating other women without being transparent with her on night. The cast of Love Island 7th season gathered for a 2-hour reunion episode, the first time many of the Islanders had seen each other since they left the villa last month. During the episode, this sees breakout Sta Huda Mustafa weighed in on her tumultuous relationship with Jeremiah Brown, her short-lived fling with fellow finalist Chris Seeley, and her dating life outside the six. Well, sort of. When the evening's co-host Andy Cohen repeatedly asked Mustafa about whether she was seeing someone new, the former Islander played coy, citing Eagle reasons. Referenced all over the internet this summer, she was spotted dancing with former Too Hot to Handle cast member Lewis Russell, who is currently appearing in the 3rd season of Perfect Match. The duo were also spotted in matching Gymshark fitness t-shirts in London. In July, Mustafa accompanied Russell to the red carpet premiere of Weapons tour that month, which is presumably what Cohen is referring to. Her tattooed hand has since made a cameo on Roos, and Mustafa posted footage of the two on a snorkeling excursion to her Instagram story. In case that's not a note here, they are rapping. While several couples confirmed that their relationships have continued beyond the veil, others revealed splits and disagreements that sparked tension. Scene footage was also aired, giving further context to moments that unfolded during the season. of the reunion taping on August Amaya and Brian the winning confirmed they remained to get they addressed outside speculation about Brian's alleged infidelity. Brian explained that people were trying to hurry his way, referring video that caused the rumor. He clarified that the video was related to hosting duties. He was paid. FO mentioned his experience as a bartender and described the incident as an APSO judgment that he and Mayad already discussed. He added that the incident involved him ouring shot for the crowd and similar activities. Maya clarified that they had discussed the situation and she would not remain with someone who does not show her respect, indicating that their ongoing relationship reflects healthy dynamic. Runner-up pair Olandria and along with Iris and Pepe also confirmed they are still together. By contrast, Huda and Chris, who ended their relationship before the finale, revealed they will not be friends outside the villa. Huda added that she cannot publicly discuss her new relationship, citing gal reason connected to Netfly. Other couple feared status updates as We Clark and Tay and Shelley and confirmed Exhibit with hinting at plans to formalize his relationship. He mentioned he has something cooking you in regard to making Shelley his girlfriend. While Jaden and Austin displayed tension when Jaden accused Austin of disrespecting her after leaving the villa. Aiden stated. Previously unaired footage provided new insights into season-defining events. Clips from the deliberations that D to Jeremiah and Hannah's exits were shown. Hannah said still causes her emotional hurt. She felt relieved to have clarity about the situation. Shelley claimed that sending someone home is never easy, and that, in that moment, she considered that the decision could have been handled differently. Ace, a dress fan, claims that he orchestrated Jeremiah's elimination, explaining that the decision was made ing setting, and that it would be unreasonable to think he acted alone. The reunion also featured the extended version of the heart rate challenge. Shelley had previously confronted Huda over her actions during the challenge, with Huda addressed the criticism by saying,